Howdy, 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 howdy. We're just gonna do a quick stream here of some Yoshi's Island. I probably gotta switch my stream here. Typical, typical, typical. He's always waiting to the last minute. The notifications say one thing, he's playing another. Get out of fort. Yoshi Island. Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island. Yoshi's Island. Save. We're updated and done. Perfect. It's just been a while since I played this game. This was like my original idea of what I was going to be streaming, and kind of ditched it for a while. So we're just getting back on and gonna play a few levels this morning. Got a little extra time this morning. I'll only be able to play for like a half an hour, but I figured it was worth a stream. And I haven't been very consistent with my streaming content, so I wanted to. Uh-oh. I think my controller died. Hold on. Hold on, baby. Hold on. Let's, yeah, we'll just switch here. There we go. How you doing? How you doing? Good morning. It's Friday, which is great. It's the typical end of the work week for people. People are in a good mood, typically, and I think that energy is universal. I think that spreads throughout the world, you know? That energy is in the air, and it's contagious. Just kind of like a Monday, people feel like they need to get to work, and that's why I love Mondays, because I like to get to work. Fridays are fun too, though, for the same reasons. Everybody's ready to party. Everybody's down to boogie. Everybody's ripe and ready to go. And I can appreciate that. I don't really experience the same joy about Fridays as I used to when I had a full-time job working for the man. Now that I work for myself, Fridays don't mean a whole lot because I work for myself, and I typically will work over the weekend, which sounds masochistic, but it's not, because I work for myself and I do like my job. And if I have work, I'm just grateful to have that work. I'm not going to complain that I have to work on the weekend. Obviously, you know, I'm prone to overworking, and although I'm pursuing my passion and being an artist, and I do work for myself, it's still work. Even though it's my own stuff, it, you know, it can be exhausting just like anything else. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. Whoever said that, I don't know, is it fucking Ronald Reagan or some shit, or Teddy Roosevelt? I don't know who said that, but it's just not fucking true. Obviously there's a spectrum, right? If you are doing something you love and you're pursuing your purpose and your meaning in life, it's a lot better. It's a lot more rewarding, and it doesn't seem like as much work, but, you know, work is tiresome to an extent, no matter what it is, especially manual labor. I mean, I paint murals. That's my job. So if you've ever painted a mural or painted a wall, you know that that's a lot of work. It's manual labor, and that's exhausting on the body. It's like I can only really paint for, I don't know, 6 hours a day. not including like transit time. You know, like typically my days are at least 8 hours, even when I'm painting a mural, because you know I got to load up my car, I got to get to the job site, clean up, stuff like that. But like actual physically painting, climbing up and down ladders all day, it's like 5-6 hours. I've definitely extended that. I've painted for 12 hours, but it fucking, you take out of the next day is really what happens. You're eating out of your next day because it's, or even just like the next week. Like I've been able to like push through for mural festivals and paint a lot, as many hours as I can in a day, but eventually that comes to a head and you're gonna pay for that somehow. And it's, you know, it's not good on your body. I'm grateful that I have a young and vibrant body and good health. Things to be grateful for, right? But you can't abuse that. You know, you gotta kind of take what you can get when you're painting these murals. So anyway, all this to say, Fridays are not as, you know, ecstatic for me because I'm gonna be working tomorrow. If I'm lucky, you know, because it is lucky to have work, and I'm not just gonna sit around. Like, what is a day off, but sitting around and oh shit. So yeah, and you know, leisure. There's only so much leisure I can handle. Leisure has a max. I can do that for like one day of just doing nothing, you know, playing video games. But even playing video games all day can be exhausting. Looking at the screen, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you don't. The amount of leisure that you can handle is directly related to how much manual labor you've done. If I've done manual labor all week, that leisure, I can handle more leisure. That's what I'm trying to say. But then if I have 2 days of leisure, like if I spend the whole weekend, Saturday and Sunday, just laying around watching football, I'm ready to get the fuck back to work because I'm antsy. Like I gotta be productive. My soul hurts. My soul is like, why aren't you doing what you were put here to do on this earth? You're just laying around. Like that doesn't feel good. It only feels good when you've been doing a lot of work. So anyway, I'll be working tomorrow. I mean, hopefully I won't be painting this mural that I'm working on today, because right after this I am going to go to Lee Summit and paint a little tiny mural, and I'm hoping I can just get it done in one day. And I need to kind of get it done in one day to justify the income that I'm getting, like in order to make it really truly worth my time and endeavor. What in the fuck? I need to get it done fast because I'm not getting that much money for it. So I need to get it done efficiently and effectively. And I should be able to do that. I'm really not worried about it. I think I can paint this whole mural in like 4 hours, maybe. It's a ballerina. It's an image of a ballerina. It's going to be just a little toddler ballerina on a door, actually. The mural's on a door. And it's in a dance studio in Lee Summit. And on the other side of the door of the ballerina is going to be just a sign that says like Tiny Dancers Dance Studio or something like that. I forget what it is. And it's going to have like a star logo kind of thing on it. So anyway, should be able to knock it out. And then tomorrow I can kind of do some video work, catch up on that, do some writing. I might actually hang out with some friends, maybe get some coffee with some friends, which is not work. It's kind of leisure. But anyway, Friday. Maybe it's not Friday that you're watching this, so let me know what you do for work. What is your job? Do you like your job? Is it really like work for you? Is it something that you find joy in and that you work all the time. What do you do on your day off? What do you do for leisure, for fun? Do you like playing video games? I'm assuming at least a little bit you do, because you're watching me play video games right now. Or maybe you just like the sound of my voice. Maybe you just like watching YouTube videos. That's what I like doing for fun, for leisure. It's often what I do for leisure is watch video content. What are these guys doing? Am I going to get to swing off of them? Nope, they are going to steal my baby. So, there you go. Yeah, I'm interested. Are you kind of just working for the man to get some money? No shame in that. That's what I did before I started my own business. It's how I was able to start my business. Motherfucker. So there's no shame in working for somebody else. In fact, I think you kind of almost have to for a while before you do your own thing, unless you're just already really talented and were like a good little kid and built your skills up while you were living at home. Oh, we got a passing grade this time. But I'm interested to see what people do in their careers and if they like it. It's something I enjoy talking about. It's all about money. It's all about how do you earn money? How sustainable is that income? What do you do with that money after you earn it? Well, I don't even know what that game was, but I didn't win, apparently. So, moving on. I'm wondering how many worlds are in this game? Maybe 6? Based on the little folder tabs at the top of the screen there. This is the 3rd world, so I am enjoying this game. It's not super fun. It's not as fun as Mario Kart. But I like how easy it is to play and talk at the same time. Because that's like half the reason I wanted to start this streaming channel is so I can talk to people. And I'm not talking to anybody right now. Nobody's in this stream. But if you're watching on YouTube, we could chat. You know, you could leave a comment and we could communicate that way. Or maybe you're watching this for the first time and you can follow the link in the description and join me on a live stream. You can follow me on Twitch and get notifications on when I'm streaming live, and then we can chat. You know, I'm in this for the long game. I'm here to build a community, and that takes time, and I know that. I'm not trying to go viral on these long form videos, but I'm just trying to provide somebody entertainment somehow, and I feel like I can do that by giving you some long form content and just give you something to listen to if you're on your way to work, or if you, oh, there's a key. I'm glad I came back for that. Or maybe you're just, you know, bored on a Friday night. Maybe you're trying to get sober and you just need something to distract you. Oh, I love the dog. Here we go. Let's go, doggy. I would be honored if that's what you're here for. And if you are just trying to get sober and avoid the party on a Friday night and you just want something to do, watching a video, more power to you. You can do it. I have been off of alcohol for almost 2 years now. And, you know, I don't know if I'll ever drink again. Maybe I will someday, so I don't want to say that I won't. And I wasn't like an alcoholic or anything. I just made the decision to stop drinking for my health mostly. I had some health issues. Oh no. So I made the decision to stop, and my sister is an alcoholic, and I kind of just promised her to stop drinking out of solidarity. I won't make the same promise to you. If she ever stops or if she ever drinks again, you know, I like to think that I will still be there for her in solidarity and just continue not drinking so that she has somebody to follow up with. But, you know, maybe I'll drink again. Who knows? I'm not willing to promise anybody the same. Oh my gosh, other than my sister. Is that my last life? It is. Game over. I guess I have to quit the game forever. No, I'm going to keep playing. But I don't think I'm going to be drinking anytime soon. I hope my sister stays sober. And it's worth it for me to not drink to encourage her to stay sober. Because alcoholism is no joke, folks. It's not... You know, I think people take drinking too lightly, and this is not. I hope I'm not making you uncomfortable. If you're okay with alcohol and you have a good relationship and can moderate and don't have an issue with it, I'm not trying to make you feel guilty and that you should stop drinking. That's not what I'm here for. It's not at all what I want to do with my voice. It's not what I'm trying to accomplish here in today's stream. But I do think it's overrated, at least. Like, I don't think you can deny that. Like, there are benefits, I think, of drinking socially, and that's hard to deny as well. But I think it's certainly overrated, and people underestimate the negative effects. And I do want to put an end to that. I want people to be aware of how harmful it is to your health. Because I think people just easily overlook it because it's so socially accepted. People don't think about what harm it does. And that's dangerous. Like, it's just advertised not towards children, but it's certainly on family programming. I mean, alcohol sponsors so much of media and regular life activities. Like, I wouldn't... Oh my gosh, I'm a sucker for these pits of falling. I don't know. I just think the messaging and how normalized it is dangerous. Bottom line. Again, not trying to shame anybody. Cheers to you if you're drinking. If you're watching this while you're drinking, I don't want you to feel bad. You probably are fine. It's fun. Fucking alcohol is fun, okay? It really is. It's not for everybody. I'm not trying to tempt you if you are trying to get sober, but like, it's fun. Especially when you're with your friends in a safe space. It's like, wow, you can have a good ass time drinking, boozing, cruising. Get a little silly. Makes it easier to talk to people, but like, there's a fine line there. Because at one point it can be easier to socialize, and then another, it's actually makes it harder. Because you can't even put sentences together. And like, if you're not drinking and you're hanging out with drinking people, it can be exhausting. It can be annoying, right? It's like, I'm here, sober. Gosh, dang it. I suck at this game. You can be sober at a party and hanging out with people that are drinking, and you're just like giving your time and socializing, and whatever they're giving in return is just, it's not an equal transaction. Not that friendships have to be transactional, but every time I'm with my friends or family that are drunk, I'm just like, what are you bringing to the table at a certain point? You're not adding to the conversation. You're harder to talk to. This isn't everybody. Some people are easier to talk to. But I'm saying it's a spectrum. And sometimes people are just hard to talk to. And they don't even realize it. They're just doing their own thing, having fun, and that's fine. You should be able to have fun. I believe in freedom of choice to do what you want and, you know, have fun with drugs. Because drugs are fun. You know, people say that drugs aren't cool, and I get what they mean by that, but, like, some drugs are really cool. I'm not saying do them. I think sobriety's the way. That's the whole point of this conversation, but don't lie to me and say they're not cool when so many people have so much fun. It's just like, then we can't be honest about anything, and I can't trust you. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? What do these flowers do? I forget. I don't know. So, anyway, hope you're having a good Friday so far. And if it's not Friday when you're watching this video, I'm sorry. That's when I'm filming it, so. Oof, 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 oof. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna go through here. Nope, I can't. Okay. Well, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Hit that blue one? There we go. Okay. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. There we go. Okay. Sick. Yeah, so anyway, what should I talk about? I'm very passionate about health. I've talked about it before on here. I don't know, I feel like I'm being too preachy. Just sharing my views of the world. I've started up my podcast again. I have an art podcast. I mostly talk about creativity and my art career, giving tips and advice to, you know, beginning artists. But I'm going to kind of expand that into my personal world and just talk about creativity, the creative lifestyle, and everything that goes into it. And since I am so passionate about health, I think it's relevant because I believe that art is actually a spiritual practice, and spirituality can be considered a kind of a subsidiary of health. You know, mind, body, spirit. Have you ever heard that? It's all related. It's all interconnected. Your body, which is like the most... Oh my gosh. Your body is the most obvious sector of health. Physical health. It's like the first thing you think of. But, you know, mainstream narrative is starting to communicate more about mental health, which is another... Oh my god, I hate this. This game, honestly, sometimes is more frustrating than chill. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm getting frustrated playing this game right now. Probably because I'm more focused on the conversation, but that's the priority. You don't care if I win or lose. That's not what you're here for. Come on. So I shouldn't be mad. Shouldn't be mad. Anyway, what was I talking about? Health. Passionate about health, so I'm going to start talking more about it. My last episode of my podcast was about ayahuasca and how it informed and inspired my art. I experienced ayahuasca in Ecuador last spring, over a year ago now. God, babies. Yikes. It's funny, I talked about babies in that podcast and how I had a vision of how I am feeling called to be a father at some point in my life in the future, probably sometime in the near future. First, I gotta get married, which is gonna happen next year. We have plans. October 4th is the date that we're getting married. And then probably within the next like 3 or 4 years, we're going to start popping them babies out. We're going to have them babies. I'm going to impregnate my then wife. My fiance now. That's the plan anyway. And we're being pretty intentional about it. Like, we practice family planning, natural family planning now, you know, tracking the cycle so that we won't get pregnant. And then we will reverse that objective and intentionally get pregnant when the time comes. So looking forward to that. But we don't want to get pregnant yet. We're trying to get our finances in order. And like I said, I'm an entrepreneur, so I'd like to, you know, get a few more years under my belt with my career, get a little bit more financially stable for the baby's sake. I don't want to just, you know, leave it up to God. Although I know that plan will be divine, and you know, I'm submitted to that in a way, but I also, you know, recognize intentionality and using the tools we have to kind of design our life to be what we want it to be. I think that's actually what's best for my child, and God gave us free choice. So I'm going to leverage that to my abilities. You know, plan for the worst, hope for the best, be intentional. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm not just gonna like fucking plow and you know, accept whatever comes. Like, I know cause and effect, it's a thing. So I'm just gonna be strategic when I can. And having a baby is a big deal. It's not nothing. I think people too often don't plan and don't consider all the different variables like timing and finances and career goals. And I'm not trying to put that above my calling to be a father. I just want them to be synced up. I want them to be synchronized, and I want it to make sense. I want to be as prepared as possible. You know, I know there's a lot to be said about just submitting and learning as you go, and I understand that, but I still want to be a contemporary human and be, you know, as prepared as possible. Like I said, we're gonna do one more, and then we'll save the boss battle for next time. So I'm still experimenting with some things where I have less responsibility. I know that I will thrive under that responsibility of having a kid, and they'll be more motivated. Probably bring abundance. I do see value in the philosophy of babies bringing abundance. I've heard that. I don't know if you've heard that before, but I think that's probably true to an extent, and I think that parenthood has a magical capacity for... Oh my gosh, well, how the fuck am I supposed to get past him? Is it just a timing thing? Okay. And I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that parenthood can bring forth another, you know, realm of reality altogether and perspective. And I embrace that, but I also don't want that to be, you know, something that I resent because I didn't fulfill my there's a balance. I think that's what I'm trying to get at. There's a balance between, like, I feel called to be a father now, but that voice is recent. That's a new discovery, if you will. Whereas, like, my calling to be an artist and to pursue a higher calling in my career, that's been there for a while. So I can't just ignore that. I can't just set that aside because of this new calling to be a father. Okay, do you get what I'm saying? I've got to make both happen. And like, my fiance's pretty young. She's 25. We have time. It's not like yeah, now it is her prime. Like, if I impregnated her tomorrow, that would probably be the best timing for her body to create a child, right? That's science. This is her peak biology in her mid-20s as a woman. Early to mid-20s. But she still has some time to capitalize on that. You know, she's got probably another 5 years of prime body, but baby-making body. And I'm just going to leverage that. I'm just going to use that to my advantage, and we can have our cake and eat it too kind of deal. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't agree. Maybe you're a good old Christian and you're just trying to poop out as many babies as physically possible in that time frame. That's not how I'm going to do it. I'm hoping I can have just like 2 kids, maybe 3. So, you know, that's just what I've found to be the most reasonable approach. Sorry if you disagree. I'm not sorry at all. I'm living my life. You live your life, and we'll all be happy. So, that's my story. Stay tuned if you want to hear more. And, you know, I'll be pooping out babies soon enough, or I won't be, but she will be. And I'll be putting them in, and that's the fun part. And I'm looking forward to that, for sure. What the fuck? Is that it? I'm gonna go back, because I think there's more to that. I don't know. I'm not trying to play God. You know what I mean? But I also just, we're given free choice. Like I said about the drugs. Given free choice, what are we here for? If we were here just to follow the fucking guidelines of the church, that doesn't seem that fun. It's just, I'm here to reproduce. Like, that's, I don't know. I think there's more to life. I want to explore that. I want to have a career. I want to... Motherfucker. Motherfucking shit. Cox. Fuck. Shit. I'm going to have to do that again. You know, what are we here for? I don't know. Art brings me meaning. My career brings me meaning. So will parenthood. Probably more so based on what I've heard from other people. But I want both. I want to be a father, and I want to bring beauty into the world. Through my murals, through my art. For myself. It's selfish, I know. It's selfish. What's this? Submarine, Yoshi. Submarine schmeist. A submarine schmeist. Submarine schmoo. Submarinist. Here we go, baby. Oh no. Well, get it together. Come on, stop being a bitch. Oh, I was so close. I'm doing it again. Yes, pursuing my art career is selfish. I'm thinking about what I want. There's ego involved, right? But I could just deny that and put all of my meaning into my children. But I don't think that's what's best for my children, to be honest with you. I I think what's best for my children is to raise them and focus on them and give them the attention they need, but then to also find my own meaning, my own personal desires, and pursue that. I think that is actually the most beneficial for them, and I want to show them that you can be an entrepreneur and you can make money doing what you love, and create beauty in this world, and bring value to the world. That's what I'm going to teach my children. I've determined that the best value that I can give the world is my creative spirit, the beauty that I can create through my skills and my ambitions of being an artist. Even just using my voice and sitting here talking to you, that's, I think, providing meaning and value in the world. Come on, Yoshi, get it together, bud. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not. Maybe nothing will come of this. But part of my podcast is sharing my experience. I think I've been privileged in this world, but regardless of that privilege, it's allowed me to have a unique experience and a unique perspective. And, you know, I'd be remiss to not share what I've learned in this world with other people. Like, yes, I've had advantages, and like, you can't really compare me to other people. People don't have the same opportunities I have, so like, my advice can only go so far. But maybe some people could value from what I've learned in my life and my experience, what I've learned about finances, what I've learned about health, what I've learned about the art career, entrepreneurship, spirituality, my experiments with my spirit and my human psychology through psychedelics, which is what I've talked about in my last podcast, and my next podcast also. My next podcast is going to be about cannabis, creativity and cannabis. Oh no, because that's been a journey. I've had a lot of experience with cannabis, its effects on my art and my creativity, and it's, you know, for the pros and cons, what it's given to my art practice, what it's taken away. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you are tuned in to my art channel, which is in the description. If you're interested in that, that's how you can learn more. So no pressure. If you just like hearing my voice in this format, this is good enough. I'm happy you're here. I'm not trying to upsell you and get you to go to my other channel. This is your attention here. I'm grateful for, and it's good enough for me. What is this guy doing? He looks like he's on drugs. Let's just go for it. Boom. Anyway, that's gonna wrap up today's stream. I gotta go. I gotta hit the road. I'm going to look for a couch, because the couch that we got when we moved into this new studio is pretty shitty. It's very uncomfortable. It looks nice. It's very uncomfortable. So she found a couch at the Salvation Army, and oh no. Can I just back out? Yeah. And I'm going to go take a look at it. And then I'm going to go paint this mural. Okay. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.